Yo, what's good everybody? It's Pablo and welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you guys the second episode of the Madden Ultimate Team No Money Spent series here in Madden 19. And in this episode, we're going to be unveiling a couple of rewards that we got for completing the entire campaign. That was pretty much the reason for the delay for this video, because I had to grind through this entire campaign. It took me a couple of hours, and before I was on the trial, so I wasn't really able to go in like I really wanted to. So it took me a little while, so I finally got through it. I didn't open any packs. I had about 48 packs that I had to open. So you guys are going to be seeing some of the gold players that are going to be filling out my roster. And then at the end of the episode, we definitely pull some heat. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned to see who we pull, who is going to be the main contributor to this team. But first, we're going to take a look at the uniforms that we chose. We're going to be choosing the San Antonio Marshals. But before I get into the actual cards that I'm pulling here, the next episode will be the first ranked game of the season, or the first head-to-head season game. It is an amazing game. Like, I wouldn't lie to you guys. You definitely want to see it. It's full of drama. I had a great time playing it. But you guys are going to be seeing in this episode who's going to be the stars of that game. So stay tuned for this one to see who we pull. But we end up getting Cal Van Noy, who is a solid right outside linebacker. But going back to what I said a few seconds ago in the beginning of the video, I ended up with about 48 unopened packs. So that's going to bring me to a tip that I have for you guys when you're going through the campaign, and I definitely recommend everybody start off going through that entire campaign and getting yourself at least 150,000 coins, and then you also get a ton of packs. So that's the route I went. So you guys are going to see how it pays off. But what you want to do is you want to go straight through the campaign. I wouldn't recommend opening your packs in between, because you can get through it with the base team that they give you at about a 60 something overall. So I would recommend going through it. Don't open the packs if you just want to grind it out. It'll take you a couple of hours, and then the last 4 games are full games. But out of the 83 challenges, I just went through, didn't open anything. And then another obvious tip is go for every single bonus objective, so that way you can get the extra coins. But right here, I was able to pull Carl Lawson. This was a great pickup for me out of the right end fantasy pack. I'm a Cincy fan, so I know how good this guy is rushing the edge, so he's gonna be a huge contributor for me. So look for him to make an impact in the next game. But then I also get a line pack, so I'm getting my offensive line, which is very important. I'm getting that up into the high 70s, so that way I have some decent blocking when I go into head-to-head. But yeah, another tip for going through the campaigns, they're all on pro, so it's pretty easy. I mean, go for every hit stick. That's my biggest tip. Go for every hit stick. They fumble so much. And then if you're going into a challenge that has a defensive objective, you can force a fumble easily if you square up somebody for a hit stick. I mean, it's amazing. But right here, I'm opening a gold Bengals pack to see if I can pull maybe an elite, because right now the only elite that I have is Deshaun Watson, and that's going to bring me to another point. But I don't get any elites in this pack, but I do get Tyler Croft. But I'm gonna end up putting him to the auction because I already have one. And then I also get Haloti Nada. But before I forget, with Deshaun Watson, that was a very good pickup for me as far as the campaign goes, because I mean, fast quarterbacks kill on this game, or speed kills in general on this game, as it does with every Madden and in football in real life. But having a scrambling quarterback made it very easy for those challenges where you have to get a certain number of rush yards on one play. I find that it was very easy just to drop back with an empty backfield and then scramble for those. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but if you want to grind out the campaign, I mean, hey, I mean, it is what it is. But I am able to pull Barkevious Mingo, and that was a meh pull for me as far as the elite defensive player pack. But in the offensive player pack, I'm able to pull Andrew Whitworth, which is pretty good. He's a very good blocker, former Bengal. I know he's a great tackle to have on your team. I mean, I was wanting a skill player, but it's fine. I'm going to be switching out the skill players for the most part, as requested by you guys in the comments. But now I'm choosing my defensive campaign hero. I chose the defensive side of the ball because, like I just said, the offensive side, I'm going to be having a lot of moving pieces on that side of the ball. So I decided to go defense. And if you didn't know already, this is what you get for completing the entire campaign, all 83 challenges. But like I said, I considered everybody, but the guy that I ended up going with was Cam Chancellor. I mean, I looked at his hit power, his zone coverage, and I think that he's a very good corner to go along with. I'm sorry, not corner, safety to go alongside Sean Taylor. I mean, this is the Legion of Boom ×2. So anybody that gets to the second level will be getting a big hit, honestly, if they get in front of Cam Chancellor or Sean Taylor. I mean, this is going to be a hard hitting secondary. But then I also have another elite fantasy pack. I believe I got this for pre-ordering the game. Last time I chose Deshaun Watson, but this time I'm taking a look at everybody. I need a corner. I have two good safeties. I'm going to be upgrading Sean Taylor as well. You guys will see that toward the end of the video. But I need a cornerback, but then I also need a linebacker. So I'm looking at everybody, but I end up going with Luke Kuechly. And I end up going with him because I control the middle linebacker. He has some speed. And then, like I said previously, I'm going to be changing the offense around a lot. So I'm not going with any offensive players in any of these packs where I get to choose the player or the card. Hopefully Kuechly can come in and be that linebacker that I use to cover the middle, maybe pick off some bad passes by the other users. But I have a gold team fantasy pack, and I ended up choosing the Kansas City Chiefs to see if I can get some of that young talent they have on offense. I was really hoping for Tyreek Hill, but I get D Ford on defense, which is solid. I get Terrence Smith, and then I get Kareem Hunt, an 85 overall core elite player, and that is exactly what I was hoping for. I didn't believe that I got blessed like that in the pack opening. Honestly, I got exactly what I hoped for. There's a highlight at the bottom right hand corner. He shows his speed up the sideline. He has 90 carrying. I don't really have to ever worry about him fumbling. So we have found the focal point of our offense when we go online. So I'm super excited to show you guys the gameplay of him. But right here now I'm upgrading Sean Taylor. So we want him to be up there with the level of players that we did just get after completing the campaign. So we're going to get him up to an 80 overall, and then we're also going to be upgrading Randy Moss next. But we're getting close to the end of the episode here, but you guys see I do have over 160k to spend, so I am going to be making a few pickups here in the auction after we upgrade Randy Moss. We're going to get him to, I believe, tier 4, where he's going to be an 81, which is pretty good for our #1 receiver, starting out at least as a no money spent series. Although there is a pretty large chance whoever we play online is going to have a better team than us just because we're going this route. But Vernon Davis is one of the names that I got from the auction house. He's an 80 overall speedy tight end. Like I told you guys in the first episode, I passed to my tight end a lot. But here is the final lineup that you guys will see in the next episode. And like I said, that game is a classic, so you guys do not want to miss it. Don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button to make sure you guys do not miss the next episode. But before we finish up this episode, I do want to let you guys know we picked up William Jackson III, the Bengals cornerback who played very well last year, and that got our team to a 79 overall. So I'm excited to bring you guys the next episode. It's going to be a fun-filled one, so you guys don't want to miss it. And also, by the way, let me know also what players you guys want to see going forward for this series. Who's your favorite player in Madden Ultimate Team? And I'll see if I can get that card. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.